Hey, Rob Allen here with Truckmountforums. And you know, as being a carpet cleaner, and I've spent 35 years in the field, in the trenches, cleaning, I know what works and I know what doesn't work. That's why we have created the best pre-sprays on the market. We basically got Rob Secret Formula, Pro 10K, and the Spike, because they're able to clean polyester. So it makes that huge difference, all right? So now I realize, being a carpet cleaner, that we also need a product that can work on urine, feces, vomit. How about that wet animal smell, that dog smell inside of a home? It's very difficult to get rid of, and what really upset me was the fact that sometimes you would get callbacks. You know, even though you deliver everything you possibly can, you think you're using the finest products on the market, but yet you go back, it still smells like a wet dog, or it still has a urine smell. Let me tell you what, after you leave, clients will get down on their hands and knees and they will smell. They know where their pets went. And if you sold them on pet treatment and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, even a week later, the smell is back, guess what? They're either going to call you, or more than likely, because they don't want a confrontation, what are they going to do? They're going to call another cleaner. So there you've lost hundreds, maybe thousands and thousands of dollars, because now you're not getting the repeats, you're not getting the referrals, you're not getting the reviews, all because you had improper cleaning chemistry. So now you have a great pre-spray, but you need something that really works on those organic odors, those urine, the feces, the vomit, all that stuff. You really need it to be taken care of properly. So what did I do? Well, my wife has a couple of small Chihuahuas, and I'm telling you what, they're extremely well trained. She ran to a training school. However, having a busy lifestyle, we can't always be there. So she'll set up these little puppy pads right at the back door. And the dogs are trained. They'll go right there, and the next day there might be one or so, okay, a stain. So over the last month or two, I've been gathering them over and over again. I've also gathered the top urine and deodorizers in the whole industry. And what I did over the last couple of months is I went ahead and I sprayed each one of them, and then we did a visual test and we did an odor test. I mean, unfortunately, that's what the client's doing, so that's what we have to do. So I wanted a product that even after a week or 2 weeks, you don't smell it anymore. And I learned a lot of things talking to my chemist. The number one thing I learned is that most of the companies use only basically a teaspoon of a product inside of a whole gallon that kills urine. What good is that to you? Because it's expensive, so they don't want to use much. And the most of it is just water. And then what do? They put a bunch of harmful fragrances. I'm going to tell you what, fragrances, just look them up on the internet. They can be very dangerous, okay? And they'll put a lot of fragrance in there. So what does it do? It tricks you and it tricks the client, because you spray it down with some type of side or something of that nature, and then it smells great, right? Because it smells like that fragrance. And then the next day it can even smell like that fragrance. But guess what? I learned none of them last longer than 48 hours. And every single one of them, the odor came back, or the stain didn't disappear. Okay, so we need a product that gets rid of the color, and we need one that gets rid of the odor permanently. We don't want it to be halfway. It has to be all the way. Okay, so how do you go about doing this? Well, first of all, what we did was I got with my chemist, and he showed me on paper basically what it looks like, the urine molecule. It's a chain. So you've got all these little locks of the chain all hooked together, right? And the only way to really get rid of the odor is to break the chain in half. So I said, can you do that? He said, yes, I can. I can add it into your USOR, which already gets rid of the color. It already has some ecocide, so it gives it a good smell. But I wanted something that gives you that long-term effect. That way you can get those repeats, those referrals, and those reviews, keep them popping in there, because you deserve that. You're building a business, and you got to build it on solid, quality products. Okay, you don't want to be duped any longer. It's time now, and I know I've caught a lot of resistance over this throughout the industry, but that's too bad. So what I'm doing is I'm loading it up with active ingredients. I'm loading it up with quality ingredients to actually do the job. It doesn't have any sticky residue. I'm a big fan of essential oils, so I want it to really smell good. We tested the product for several months in the field. We had 0 callbacks. We had clients raving over the odor and the scent, but yet it didn't last too long, but it gave a nice fragrance for like 24 hours. Also, I wanted a product that works on contact. I don't have an hour to wait for an enzyme that might work and might not work. They might have a bunch of sticky residue. Ours is self-neutralizing. There's no sticky residue in there. So it breaks the chain, it gets rid of the odor, it gets rid of the stain, and it makes the carpet royal look nice. Look at these 2 samples right here. Look how bright this is. We treated this about an hour ago with a side and with our USOR unchained. And look at the difference. It's phenomenal. And it works on contact. So any type of synthetic carpet or upholstery and stuff like that, you can use it immediately. It also kills all the germs and the bacteria. Now, we can't put that on the label, okay? It's not for that, but we all know what peroxide can do. So rather than making that claim, why don't I just say that it works on those things, okay? We'll say it works on the bacteria. We'll say it works on the germs and the mildew and stuff like that, and the urine molecule, but most of all, it gets rid of it and makes it look good. And this is without extraction. Think about this now. So you're basically going to walk through the house. You got your UV light. Hopefully it's a Truckmountforums version. Never point it in your eyes. It can blind you. This is the strongest light on the market. Very well valued, priced. You go inside TMF store, pick it up for like 175 bucks. It'll make your money back in 1 or 2 jobs. Believe me, if you're charging properly. We like to offer 3 stages of urine control. Stage 1 is where we basically put an additive in, or we'll treat the urine stains, okay? We'll come through and visually find each one of them. We'll treat each one of them, and we'll rub it in, and then we'll go ahead and just clean. You might do the Nike shuffle on it, right? That's stage 1. Stage 2, we're going to come through, identify the urine stains. We're going to go ahead and treat it with the USOR, and then we're going to take a subsurface tool, extraction tool. We're going to hit it, every single urine stain. So you have to charge accordingly for that, okay? So you make sure you're getting all the way down in there. Stage 3, very seldom do you ever need that. We hardly ever do it, but that's when you lift the carpet, cut out the padding, seal the subfloor, go ahead and put a new piece of padding in there and treat the carpet and treat the underlayment of the carpet. You can do that with USOR. But that's worst case scenario. We found even stage 1 is getting rid of all the issues that we run into, and it's more economical for the client. But stage 2, I feel like, is still the best. Stage 2 is where you're doing the subsurface extraction. But let's just think about maybe it's a client who has a lot of pets, and she's not going to replace her carpets. She just wants to clean them every 6 months or so, and she wants it smelling fresh and looking fresh. We could easily just go stage 1 with that, and you can make your own stages. That's just how we do it with our multi-truck company. All right, so basically all you do is go in and you spray each stain, and you're good to go. You're going to notice a huge difference immediately. Now, let's suppose all the yellow's not gone. You've gone ahead and pre-treated the urine stain before you clean. Maybe you used our BioPro 10K that way, because let's think about it. Pets have a tendency to walk around the house, right? So what are they doing? And you're walking around the house, or the client is, and they're tracking, urine molecules all over the whole house. So you can add some of this to your pre-spray, your inline sprayer, or you could just use our BioPro 10K, mix it in with that, or just use this alone. Spray it all down after you've done pre-sprayed all the urine stains, and boom, it should look and smell great. Now let's suppose there's a very stubborn yellow urine stain, okay? Maybe it lightened up quite a bit, but it's not completely gone. All you have to do then basically is just spritz this on. Spritz it on and leave it, because remember, it's self-neutralizing, doesn't gather anything. And what I've noticed is, I've gone back to empty houses. It takes about 8 hours, okay, for it to effectively work. If there's anything left, and I'll tell you what, 99% of the time, it's completely gone before you leave. Look at that in 1 hour. Okay, but if it's not, because sometimes pets are on medicines or they're eating foods with dyes, you're running into all kinds of things, or the animal could just be sick. So if you have that, you're going to have other things inside of that urine that could affect the color. But most of the times it's organic, right? So that being the case, this is going to easily take care of it for you. Just spritz a little bit on it and go. Walk away. It'll look like brand new the next day. So what are we basically leading all this up to? Proper chemistry makes you a hero in front of the clients. Okay, and Unchained, it comes in the Sweet Breeze, or it comes in the original scent. A lot of people got used to the original scent, and we added the special ingredient in there that actually breaks that urine molecule chain. You can walk in and be confident that nothing in the whole industry works as good, as effective at getting rid of the odors, getting rid of the yellows. You want all that gone, and it just makes you a hero in front of the client. So you really want to take your time, use the proper products, and now finally you've got something that has a ton of active ingredients in it. No fillers, not sticky, so there's no sticky residue left over. You don't have to worry about the carpets getting dirty real fast afterwards after you leave, right? You've got all that working for you, and it's self-neutralizing, so it's not going to hurt any of your products. You can add it into your pre-sprays. You can spray it before, you can spray it post. It just goes so far. And one more thing you could do too was, I've even actually post-bonneted with it. You can add it to maybe your encapsulant. Of course, we already have some built in, but if you want that scent in there and you want that special ingredient, you put that in there, it breaks the chain. All right, so you break the chain, your cleaning business will never be the same. All right, I'm Rob Allen with Truckmountforums. When it comes to urine, feces, vomit, wet animal smell, nothing beats Unchained.